Welcome back, gamers. We are here again in Dwarf Fortress, Lazy New Pack, and I am Draxxinusam. Last episode, we saw the arrival of this dead guy here, zombie, kind of freaky, and this dwarf who bled into the river, brook, whatever. So that was sad. People died, mostly him. So we are going to go through and see about a couple of things. First of all, we're going to get our catacombs going because we don't want that guy coming back to haunt us, because that sucks. My cat is a prolific murderer, which you can see with all these little purple dots, and probably some other things. We're probably going to expand workshops and stockpiles and that sort of thing. I'm going to get started on... oh, look, they're even done. So what we're going to do is we're going to build some hives. So I'm going to hit B and Alt-H again. So B is for build, and you can find the command here. I already know it by heart, though. It's Alt-H for build a hive, and then just throw it down wherever you happen to want to throw it down. Because I want honey at some point, because you can turn it into special booze. And everyone wants special booze. What else do we need to do? I don't have a dwarf to make mechanisms, do I? Nope. What the flip is that doing in there? Alright, so... we're having a problem with wood at the moment. As you can see, our stockpile here, completely empty. Which is bunk, because I want to make stuff, and of course, all our dwarves are so busy doing Lord knows what. Oh, you know what? I know what the problem is. If you remember in our last video, we actually did something, and this happens to me all the time, but as soon as the threat was over, that dwarf was doomed, because I forgot about this, but he was probably going to die anyway, because he died pretty quick. But anyways, so if you remember, we talked about burrows in the last episode, where we said, okay, there's evil outside, don't go out there. If your fortress is still not quite self-sustaining, this can kill you if you're not careful. Well, hopefully not kill you. But if you don't have like an operating well, or you run out of brewable items, that sort of thing, it can definitely spell disaster. But we have to tell everyone that it's safe outside again. And unfortunately, there might be a command for like a mass it's safe, but I don't know what that is. Because I've always done it by hand, and I never really looked for it. So we're going to have to go back into burrow. So go ahead and hit W. So we want to change citizens that are assigned to this burrow, so we're going to hit C. And we're going to tell everyone, guess what, it's safe outside. So again, you move up and down with plus and minus, and then you hit enter. So, I'm kind of recording this pretty close to the last video, so I'm sure someone commented, oh, Drax, you didn't set your burrow. Well, guess what, I did. Oh, and we got some migrants, so now we can replace that guy who totally croaked on us. Like a jerk. Dokie. So we got a bunch of them. So let's go ahead and... oh, this guy's bunk. Let's see. So we're going to go ahead and do farming. And again, if you look back in my old videos, I have Dwarf Therapist, which is definitely an option. I like this a little bit better. It feels a little bit more commanding and controllable to me. But if you don't happen to like doing it this way, you are, of course, able to use the... Dwarf Therapist, provided you are using the Lazy New Pack. So again, to view dwarves, you hit V, find the one closest to you. It'll show you which one you've got because it'll be flashing. And then go ahead and hit P for preferences, and then L for labor, and you can go and wander through here. So let's also tell him to... actually, we need an engineer. So guess what? You gotta be an engineer. You get to be... all of that. And how about some woodcrafts? There you go. Go off. Be the best you can be, or whatever. What the flip is that? Usually I can identify stuff by the icon. Oh, a raven. Oh, that's fun. So it's not anything that's going to eat me, which is good, because I already was eaten by a zombie, and that's kind of crap. Suspicious. This guy's a carpenter, which is pretty good. We'll just add him into woodcutting because we kind of ran out of wood because we were on the alert for so long. We just found our dead guy. This guy doesn't do squat, so we are going to make him a... what should we make him? Let's make... I don't really want to make him a hunter. That seems dangerous. Let's just throw him into everything. You do everything, sir. Also farming. See, I'm also really indecisive, so I'm like, well, you know, he could be whatever. Just go do stuff. Go make the place better. Hammer dwarf. So here is our replacement for our dead guy. So again, you can't actually do this in Dwarf Therapist, but you can obviously in this mode. So you hit P for preferences, and it lists everything that's available. In this case, Fortress Templar is what. So we're going to assign him, and he's automatically assigned to Militia Commander. So we're going to go and make sure that that is the case, and obviously it is, because he was put in there. So we are happy with that, and I'm going to make sure that he has jobs to do. Stonecrafter, that's pretty good. I'm also going to make you be those things, because why not? Because I'm in charge, so I tell you what to do. Competent Spear Dwarf, again, another military dwarf to apply, so V, and then P, and usually if you have more, there's a list here, but all you have to do is hit enter, and he's assigned to the next spot. And oh, I forgot to check if he actually does anything that we care about. You definitely do not. So, let's go. Let's throw you into... I actually don't want you as a carpenter. I want you as a crafter. Wood, stone, bone. And then... tanning and butchery. Go do that stuff. And so we're also getting big animals, so we have to remember to add those to our little field over here. So hit I, Shift N, and it will list everything. Cats, bunnies, puppies, don't have to worry about any of those, but we do have to worry about big creatures that eat grass and junk. Drinking coffee because it's delicious. So we are going to go into the next phase for crafts. I feel kind of nervous about making this so big. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that 11 really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then it's nice because I can just use everything else as a guideline here. Oh, probably help if I... Oh yeah, did they ever get to that down there? Oh, that was why they didn't dig, because it was not part of the burrow. So you can see burrows can also mess you up, so you have to be careful with that. Oh yeah, I also want to... Yeah. Chairs are being completed. Someone's talking to me on my other screen. They're being ridiculous. And we're just letting the fortress run because... Oh man, professional. So yeah, this guy's hanging out. Things are going. Things are moving along. Thankfully, because we finally realized that the burrow was choking up everything, and you can see how it can be powerful. because obviously it was keeping the dwarves from going outside to even chop trees and that sort of thing. So it's definitely something useful, but you just gotta remember to turn it off. And I'm gonna probably start my well project this go around. So the question is, where do I want it? You know, I'll probably right in this area, actually. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Just sort of plotting how to get this done. Okay, so, oh man, I need to bring that over a long way. Okay, so what I'm going to do, right to about there. I just realized something. Oh well. So bring it over that far. So we are already on the other side of that path. But I don't, let's see, let's put the hospital right here. Let's make it a little bigger. So the well will be right next door, so I want it in this area. Ah, bum. That was kind of crap. Crap! There we go. A quick cheaty note, you can designate stuff with your mouse cursor. So D, I can go woo if you want to do fancy stuff. I only ever use it to make X's and that sort of thing, because obviously it's kind of a mess. And whenever I do that, I kind of forget about it. I'm a very forgetful person, and it causes problems for me later. So I'm actually just not going to even do that right now. Okay, so let's see, where am I? Okay, so I want it. What I want it to come right about here. And then I'm going to dig down. Dig down. Dig down. Okay, so the well is here. So the reservoir is here. So the pump mechanisms will be here, so that means it pulls from here. Right? Okay, so here's where the well is, here's the reservoir, and where the pump pumps into, and here is the level where the reservoir is, where the pump pulls from. I think that's right. I always get it off by one layer and forget these things. So we have this place built, so I'm going to go ahead and put in a few burial receptacles so that guy out there doesn't haunt me. 1, 2, 3, let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. I always do fancy stuff with my dead guy place. Because it's fun, you know? It's fun. So that'll come there. Let me think about this again. Okay. Well will be here. Reservoir pump mechanism here. Reservoir... Wait. Is that right? Well, pump, and first reservoir. Reservoir pulls from. Yes. Okay. Keeping my miners very busy, because I got lots I want them to do. Okay, so let me describe what I'm doing with this well a little bit. So what I'm doing, actually let me take a swig of my coffee here. Tastes like delicious. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going to pull from this river here, which is why I always recommend you have a river, because you need a fresh supply of water. So what I'm doing is I'm creating basically a tunnel, and I'll cut it off with a few doors, just so, you know, we don't flood the fortress, because if you're not careful, you can flood your fortress, and then you lose. So, bum. So if you go, so then what I'm basically doing is I'm channeling out a bunch of zones here. So this is a channel, this is a channel, this is a channel, and as you can see, if you watch the screen, it's basically one after the other. So the idea here is I'm basically pulling all the way down to this level, and what I'll do is I'll create, whoops, I jumped a couple too many. Where the devil am I? So I'm pulling all the way down to this level. From here, what I will be doing is I will create sort of like a reservoir. Oh, bunny starved to death. Probably means it needs to be over here. Well, those are all named, so if they're not getting fed, well, then that's their own deal. Sorry, working on a pasture problem, because all the animals think they're dying. Bunch of quitters. So as you can see, like, they sort of ate the grass here, so we're going to move them over to a bigger pasture where they can eat less of stuff. Okay, so back to the description of my well system. So here will be a sort of like just a pool. Here there will be a pump mechanism, and it will pull from the lower level below it, and it will push into another well here, and it will basically be like, for example, there's going to, so the well will be something like that. So basically this will be two of the walls, and it will pump into a sort of an area. This isn't actually going to be where stuff is, but it'll pull and it'll pump, so it'll be a choke point, and it'll push water into this area. And then on the level above, which will be right next to the medical dwarf, and it'll be pretty close to the main sort of dining hall, will be the access to the actual well. So it'll pull in, there'll be a pool here, and there will be wells with buckets and junk that will be here that the dwarves can use and actually get water from. What the crap is that? Oh, that's the rabbit that starved to death. Well, I'll get rid of it. So as you can see, they started placing burial receptacles. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to set those up for burial. So again, remember to view buildings is Q. So we're going to hit B to use for burial, and then we're going to forbid pets. So we go to the next one, and it's sort of B, P, forbid pets. Burial, no 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 pets, etc., etc., etc. So just do that on a bunch of them. This is off. I see it right now. What did I do? Oh, I see. Right here. So now, one of those dwarves is going to wander over and pick up this dead guy. Ooh, our first caravan. Perfect. Kind of toward the end of the video, though. Jerks. Okay, so when a caravan arrives, the game is going to pause and be like, hey, guess what? Some people are here to buy your crap, all of your useless junk you've been making. So that's awesome. And it's always the first one is always going to be from Dwarf Land, from Mountain Homes is what it's called. And it's going to be like, hey, liaison arrived. The Dwarven liaison is very important. Most other liaisons are crap and you don't care about them. But anyways, so we're going to come over here. You may not remember what this is, but this is our trade depot. It's 5 by 5 in case you're curious for construction purposes. So that's awesome. They are ready to buy all of our cheap, useless junk. So it tells you if there's a broker and what their name is, who they are, what they're doing, and it'll tell them if they can access. So we don't care about it. Well, we do, but we don't, because it's all good, green to go here. So we're going to hit G to move goods to the trade depot. So we can scroll through. It'll basically tell you everything that's in your fortress. And if you can't find it, you may have to go to all and find it there. I think there was another way, but like if you have because like really dumb things like rock mechanisms and that sort, you can have tons of, but it doesn't show up in any of these, except it will show up in all. And then it's kind of a pain in the butt because even like rocks, see, because all of these are just like stray rocks that happen to be around, and you can navigate all of these with the up, page down in case you're like really looking for something. But I'm not that into it. And the arrow keys can basically navigate all of these menus, and the side to side basically lets you go over, and then if you want to order up something to be set up to sale, or set up to sell even, you hit enter, and it'll basically say pending. It means someone has to go pick it up and drop it off. When it's here and ready to be traded, it'll be in yellow over here, and it'll say trading. So let's find some things that we want to sucker these people with. All of these, this guy, and that's basically going to be it. On your first one, you're always going to kind of not have a whole lot to bring to the table, which kind of sucks, but, you know, it happens. You're new to the world, essentially, and you're not making cool stuff to sell to all the people, so you live with it. So hopefully, oh, they're taking that guy to be buried. You see it? Right here. That's the dwarf getting hauled out over here to be buried. So this is basically all of our catacombs starting right here. So he was just buried. I think he was buried right there. Yep. So this is where the man who died to the zombie is. Congratulations. You are a hero among dwarf legends. Hopefully the other dwarves don't mind our murderous cat. See, and now their dwarves have arrived and they're unloading all their nonsense. And it'll say basically what's going on, but when he's conducting a meeting with their liaison, hopefully they get to that pretty quick, because that's something else we need to discuss, because it's, well, thank you, dwarf guy. Stupid jerk. So when you're ready to trade, which is pretty much the moment they start unloading their crap, because if you start moving things as soon as you get the notification, it'll probably be finished pretty quick. But when they're all finished unloading their crap, because that's not as instant, you can go ahead and hit R, and it will send the trader to the depot. You can also set it this option here, where only broker may trade at the depot. I usually recommend that being on, but if you're desperate to get whatever the caravan happened to bring, you can set it to anyone, and then they'll come, but you'll kind of get ripped off on prices, so that's something to be aware of. You can definitely, it's sort of like a desperate kind of move. Oh, more zombies! Oh, God. Is it just one zombie? A dwarf corpse. Ooh. I am going to have to accelerate plans for my military. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. You know what I might do? In fact, that is what I'm going to do. It's kind of a jerk move, but I'm still going to do it, so forget them. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to add some dwarves to the burrow. Well, first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand the burrow a little bit. Remember, don't hit A. I always do that because I'm like, yeah, do more stuff, but it's enter. So we're actually going to increase the size of this burrow so we're not choking ourselves out here. Because that's obviously what we did down here, because you can see it's not flashing. And I'm actually going to... Whoop. Man, those undead zombies, that's going to be a problem, I can tell. Stop! Where do I want? We have to get stuff going really fast here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to change my burrow a little bit. I'm going to be a real jerk. So I'm going to define this burrow, and then I'm going to hit R to do erasing. The thing that is really nice about caravans is they always bring troops, basically to help sort of, let's see, to keep track of their stuff, make sure no one robs them, that kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use their military dwarves. Stop going outside. Come back in. Did we spot them? They sort of scattered. I don't see them though. What the crap is this guy doing? What are you doing? I want to know what your last thought was. No job. You're just out wandering around? Okay, well, whatever. So what I'm going to do is sort of a kind of a cheap tactic. Like I said, I'm going to use the military that they brought along, basically to... Oh, what a jerk. Get out of here, you birds. Shoot. I'm going to use their military to basically kill these zombies. Because there's a couple zombies, and as you saw, they sort of killed our last guy, and that sucks. So we're basically going to have them waltz in down here, and from there, their dudes will jump into action and wail on that guy. Except I don't know where they are. Oh, there's 3 of them now. That's a partial skeleton? Freaky. Oh, they're right there. Here they come. There's one there. You see him? There's one. There's one. Kind of slow, though. Hurry it up, jerks. Ah! Oh, it's chasing the cat. See, there's the guy there. I didn't see where the cat went. Oh, there's the cat. And it's like, oh my god! See, now it's coming back. And the zombie's like, ah, cat! But the cat is like 4 times as fast as the zombie. It's like, woo! Kias keep stealing our stuff. What a bunch of jerks. Get in the freaking fortress, cat. Those Kias. Man. Yeah, we need to get started on a military like yesterday, apparently. These, like, dead guys, like, just... Okay, here we go. So, you're gonna get to see what happens. So he's gonna be like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh no, cat! You stupid... Stop it! Go somewhere else. Go away, cat. So basically, they're just chasing around all our farm animals, which is annoying. Uh-huh. So that actually might be a problem, because if they don't ever actually go into our plate... Oh man, did they eat somebody? Oh yeah, they did. Because caravans don't last forever. So if they don't ever actually come back... Get out of here. Go in there. The cat ruined everything. Stupid cat. Okay, you. Go over there. Go. No, wrong way. Go this way. If I miss a freaking caravan because dead guys don't want to go get slaughtered by someone else's troops, I'm going to be very upset. Ooh, now we have... Aha! seems like there's some sort of necrotic power around or something, because a doe rabbit corpse just was reanimated. So that might be a problem down the line. Something to definitely take note of. Dead guys, where are you? Get up here. You, over here. This is like... Yeah, okay, you know what? You are all free. Oh, crap. I gotta do that trade before these guys leave. We're running out of time, too. These zombies are gonna be trouble. Don't worry, it thinks it's not responding, but it is. We'll be back in just a second. Hold your horses. Okay, hurry, 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 hurry. Takes a minute. It's just saving. There we go. Let's see. Are we over here? We are. So we're gonna trade first. So let me go through a quick. We're very close to being out of time. So let me go through a quick sort of overview here. So this is the trade menu. You can get here when your trader arrives. This T option will light up. So hit Q to view the trade depot, and then hit T. And so this is everything that the traders have brought with them, and this is everything that you have up for sale. So these numbers, this number here and this, basically shows you the value. So these are, I basically call them turtle bucks because they look like turtles in the other game. So I'll continue probably calling them turtle bucks. So this whole bin. So what happens is that you bring bins of stuff, and it's slightly offset. So everything below this finished goods bin is everything that's in that bin. So if I trade this, which I highlight and then hit enter, so by the way, you can navigate this with the arrow keys. T means that's what you're going to want to trade. And if you want to skip over here and be like, oh, I'd like to order this and this, it'll trade it over here. And it'll basically show you the value. So everything I'm giving them has a value of 390, everything they're selling has a value of 30, and their overall profit is here. Obviously at these low numbers it's like, well, duh, but later on when you're trading like 25,000 turtle bucks worth of stuff, this is a very nice number to have. So we will, I am going to actually pause it there, and we will actually hit that in the next video because we are essentially out of time right now. So, teaser, you're on the edge of your seat. So I will say, I've been Draxxinusam. You've all been fantastic. If you've enjoyed the Dwarf Fortress, leave a like or a comment. I will try and start to be a little bit more interactive with those. And I will say, we will see you next time. All right, you have a good one, gamers.